A lot of it came down to them just fighting really aggressively over A short, so no real surprise to see them just zooming over into this A site. FUT tank trying to play full retake, almost playing super deep towards spawn.
They forced everyone out as well and towards B-Link, and gonna have to retake Heaven here as well. It's already been smoked off, so full control taken by FUT. A bit of a bottleneck to come pushing back in through.
Adacaptain bought full util on the breach of all things, so insane on the retake. Doesn't matter though, when Destrian and Bone Cold are playing off another. Whoa, so perfectly. Sender as well from over near short, gets two. Vitality clean up to open up this map.
And that already just shows a little bit of confidence that maybe was missing on Lotus. You know, again, FUT full of it on that map. But here, once you change over towards Vitality's domain, woohoo! Just the fragging start to turn as well.
Different story to open things up. And I thought the util use from FUT on the retake was pretty nice there too. Getting real animated there, gotta love that. But just, yeah, having both the breach and the Gecko there on the retake. So many flashes, the concuss too. Like, it's not going to be easy. And I think we've just seen a little bit of a glimpse of how FUT are going to try to play the rest of their defensive half. It's play soft on site and play heavy util fast retakes as Vitality are trying to plant the spike itself.
It's the same push once again here, charging their way forwards. And obviously the problem now is A site is very much a black box for the side of FUT. They have no one around it. They have no idea where these players are going to be. They have no idea what utility is still in back pocket. A lot of it that got burnt there, they wouldn't have heard. So, a little bit of a question mark over the rest of this round for FUT, though. You are expecting Vitality to come away as the winners, given, of course, they won the first
100%,
round.
100%. And we're expecting to see a lot of A hits. I think Vitality versus Liquid, mainly because Liquid couldn't really figure out how to stop these sewers takes. Even when they tried to post an operator there, Vitality was fighting them really aggressively and forcing them off the angle. It was basically like full A takes or like attack sewers really early, leave someone down there, and then play the rest of the map, or it was just really fast blitzing down C long. There was not a lot of slow players.
Okay.
All right, poor Kiwi gets shut down there. So for FUT, it's going to come down to the rest of this half. How well they can counter-attack for sewers control. Good news is they have a breach. Concuss very powerful on the defensive side to sort of play through that area, as they're just going to die to spike and not give any orbs over. Or it'll come down to how can they quickly retake against Vitality. And really what that comes down to on A is, well, can we work like a flank option into the mix? Because it's actually pretty hard to retake the A site, because there's only one real way to get in there, unless you're jumping out of heaven, which isn't the easiest thing in the world. And they've got fantastic utility to do it, right? The line util of Paranoia plus Concuss on Adacaptain is very, very strong. But there's counter util to stall that out as well. Sorry, it's Adacaptain and Fallen on the defense try and get in there, but Vitality can stall it when they try to get onto the site. I think that's what I said. I'm just saying the same thing like 3 times.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't know if you were actually really understanding it, you know?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the old man really hasn't stick in his mind, right? Say it 2 more times and maybe it'll be there.
So basically, Breach, Concuss, and Paranoia good. Hard to get past.
Me understand.
Good.
We speak the same language.
Yeah.
I understand Zuma now. Go figure.
How about that?
Bit of a mix-up.
Yeah, I was going to say this alarm
in
bot that Sender put down up in A lobby to stop any forward creep, any forward flank option. As well as the turrets appear on out of that, but Mo is just peeking out from backside, is able to find a kill. And now if they actually convert over into this A site, Kiwi's just sort of jiggling here. They just sneak past him. They're not going to expect him this wide.
Oh,
and yeah.
What? Oh, okay, okay, good night. Sit.
Gorgeous.
Sit.
Kiwi, a slow week 1 by no stretch of the imagination. The rest of FUT really stepping up around him. But already in the first map and now the opening rounds, looking sick with it.
I mean, some of the maybe fair criticism put against FUT was that unless Kiwi was playing well, the team didn't really pop. You know, there's times you look at him and say, right, he's the player that has to play well, or this team simply doesn't come to the races. I feel, given that last map, it's pretty fair to say they are getting over that curse.
Ooh, look at this flank actually coming in. Killjoy did fall, so we got straight past that alarm bot. Mr. Fallen has an opportunity to shoot Twisted straight in the side of the head. That's absolutely perfect, and that's what we need to see more of as FUT try to retake this site in the future. Mulsi sort of stuck down in hell with not a lot to do. Samoj will finish the job and secure around there for FUT.
Getting more jumps to the fuse as well, getting that extra ult orb on side, and sometimes we tend to see those round 3s can be the swings. Here we go, both teams on the board. We've got a game in our hands.
Yeah, and
no,
actually,
that's a real classic caster thing as well.
Game on the hands, yeah.
Yeah, I see. Someone tweeted it once. They were just like, casters have always got something on their hands, and it was a victim saying game with someone holding their 2 hands out. And I was like, yeah, it's a good point. We do say that an awful lot. That interesting.
Yeah, I've also seen way too many casters like on show just write game literally on their hand and then show it to the camera and be like, haha, I've got a game on my
I've never done that, but I'm going to do it.
And that's the only, like, if you do that, I refuse to work with you, actually. That's the bar.
Well, it's been a pleasure working with you. I won't see you tomorrow.
Please
Get
don't
someone
draw
get me
on your
a pen,
hands.
please.
Please don't do it. Oh, wow. Oh, Twisted actually got an operator on attack. I'm surprised to see that. I think a lot of times it can slow down what you're trying to do, right? Like Vitality, it's hard for them to enter in now because usually it's Jet sort of leading the fray. And yeah, they have the drone to maybe walk Twisted up, but they're actually just continuing to post him down long.
You're hoping really FUT are the ones to push on you here as well, which they're just simply not even entertaining.
The thing is, if they decide to convert into a side hit later, Twistin just can't really be the first one in. A lot of times, maybe you'll see Twistin trade that operator over to a Destrian. I think that would actually be a really good idea for them to do down long here, if they wanted to. Maybe take the peek down C first, and then when you decide to fully commit, that's when you go. Or, oh no! That was nasty.
Making an op of his own, but it doesn't quite sound the same or doing anywhere near as much damage, but it doesn't matter when the Vandal gets the headshot at that distance. Beautiful shot.
Reinforcements are here with Moj. And oh yeah, the flash, perfect timing as Molsey comes out from the side. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Bone Cold maybe, but still, they haven't been able to get out onto C, so they have to peek back behind them. Only 20 seconds on the clock.
Hard rotate to B.
They do have a B plant.
I was going to say, please, the timing could be horrible, but Sender gets it just right out of Captain. Put down in the ground, down into this 2 versus 2, and they've also got the spike down. This has gone from mediocre to amazing for Vitality. Normally you say bad to worse, but it went the other way, and I wasn't quite sure what words you use in that case.
You got to flip it on its head.
Good to great, from worse to bad?
Worse to bad. I
no,
like that.
Because that implies that it's bad, though, but it's not bad. This is good.
You know what's bad? Killing Wingman. I don't support that.
Everyone's hard until Wingman rolls it with a gun in his hands. The Kiwi, though, finding one, down to this 1 versus 1. This one feels pretty much done and dusted. You've got Bone Cold at range. It's done.
He's got a shock blast as well, so a shock dart even, and that would have just absolutely one-shot Kiwi. So Kiwi gonna run on out of here, save. Actually, he could recover this operator if he gets that op. And you can see actually Bone Cold is sprinting towards the op. He does not want to let that happen.
Oh, is it their time? No, no! Bone Cold gets it as well.
Yeah, I would be fuming, by the way, if I was on Vitality. My Jet dies with an operator, and then somehow FUT recover that op. Oh, I would not be thrilled. But important there. The Bone Cold is able to finish off that final kill. Good old Ben comes back for another excellent shot.
We love Ben.
Mr. Fallen. He's holding from Plateau.
It's showing up on the feed in game. Is his name actually Ben? I don't think his name is actually Ben.
I mean, we could find out. I feel like that is worthwhile information finding out.
Ender is actually a really common name in Turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is. A lot of people ask me a lot of the time if I'm Turkish. I'm not, really? But I do use the name Ender.
Oh, well, let's go flying over the top.
Poor Ben.
Elsewhere, it's a bit of a mow down. Poor Ben can do nothing more but watch on. As once again, Vitality have forced their way in towards the site. A strong start here so far in Haven, and it continues.
Oh, that one went pretty high up there. Moj able to get past it, find the opener. Coming around the corner, gets his 3rd on the round. And all of a sudden, Molsey has to do everything. It's not going to be enough. Ascender takes 1, and it's Moj on the 4K to close out the round.
Massive retake, and FUT bringing out that form that we saw back on Lotus. Kings of the retake. And that could be enough to start flipping this game back on its head.
FUT, every time the spike tries to get planted, that's when they're flooding out onto the site. Doesn't matter if there's one way there. Moj got straight in front of that one, taking matters into his own hands. 7-2 now on the round. Actually, wow, that smoke missed. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to hit top side and was supposed to go into it, but it didn't matter. Actually enabled him to find an instant kill. Still, Moj clearing around all these corners here. Oh, he only had 1 bullet in that rifle.
Joking me.
He picked up a Vandal with a single bullet in it. That's what we just saw in the replay. To get the final kill with a headshot.
1 in the chamber.
Wow.
Get out of my way.
Things could have gone from bad to worse had they not won that one, but you'll take that 1 bullet. It's the kiss of destiny. Posted up on long. Again, seeing these teams back and forth towards this side, but Twisted now the one leading the charge. We spoke about him coming up against Kiwi for much of this match, but yet to really see the two go head-to-head.
Molsey has a really nice concuss line from here that hits that connector from Garage into C and also backside. And that's where Fallen has loved to play so many of these rounds. There you can see it right there. It gives a really great entry point into this site. And they see him too.
Teleport out as well, out to safety, but finds one. Gets the reset now to look once again, finds the second. Twiston's in and doing work. 2 kills in the round, and Vitality have got sight.
Twiston is popping. That's exactly what Vitality need out of him, especially to succeed on this attack. And they're going to all fall off of sight. They know exactly what they need to do. Twiston with the late reflank into Garage, and that spike is planted wide open for him to have a fantastic angle. Moj is ready for it and is clearing out Garage now, but doesn't see anyone.
Oh, this could be the play. He works his way into Garage. Here he goes on the march on through, looking towards that side angle. Finds one, but can't finish him off. And all he's got left is the shorty. You can't be start points with that, I don't feel, my friend. Not on 5 HP. Ready for one sports coming now as well. Off towards the side. Can't find his man. But Kiwi, I think his time is done and dusted in this round.
Oh, man. Twiston just jumping around with his knife out. Dancing all over Footsgrave. Kiwi survives with that operator. But man, oh man, fantastic round out of Twiston. They're able to bait out the lockdown 2 for Moj. You don't have to worry about that in the next either.
Well, they do still have 4 ultimates online for this round. A Killjoy off their own, Vitality to play behind, all but guarantees that spike is going down in this next round.
The thing is, actually looking at the cash that FUT have in this one, it is not a buy for them whatsoever. But Kiwi has the knives. So this is actually a situation where Kiwi should probably drop the operator to a teammate, maybe use knives if they want to have a chance here. Maybe he looks for the opening pick and then later can drop that one away to his team if they have a chance.
So Vitality trying to force their way up towards A long here pretty much straight away. Smoke out towards the deep side, no op being posted up this time round, and no real contest coming out from FUT. Where in previous rounds they've had 1 or 2 players looking to contest more, at least on the site itself. Here they're a little bit late to the party, and it has given Suez control over towards the attackers.
I like playing up close here. I think they're going to use the lockdown. They actually do, but this is another fake attempt. Vitality love to do this. Leave one player up short, fake towards that side, and then rotate somewhere else. Because this ult also clears out the majority of B.
Yeah.
There's a slight place you can hide back site, which doesn't make it perfect, but it's good enough to actually get the plant down and play with the majority of their team off site.
Great play again. I mean, both teams showing a thing across both maps. Some really good attacking prowess here. Do they know about Moj posted just inside a Garage? I mean, really here it's the defenders that got to make the move. You haven't got to go aggressive here.
They've got to do something. I think FUT are also worried that there could be a late lurk from that Killjoy up through sewers. So they're constantly going to be second-guessing what's going on behind them.
Here we go. There comes the swing. Moj, quite rightly, putting the dirt on this one as well. I don't think they managed to get away with this as well. They're going to try and make it work. In comes the shock dart too. Disable is coming in here as well. They found out at least part of it, but they've got a really good hold coming in here as well. They have peeled off for a second, but they've got to make the move come in now as out comes the ultimate from the breach. Can they get it away in time? They get the shutdown, and Vitality do just about hold on.
Ooh, so little time left on the clock. I think FUT really tried to get something done. The call came in. I think Captain got the ultimate during that firefight on site. Decides to end up using it, but as a result, they lose not just the Rolling Thunder and the round, but also the operator that Kiwi was sitting on. I think FUT were trying to live in a world where they could carry that over into the next round. He has knives, he'll be fine. But yeah, as soon as Captain gets that kill, they're like, wait a second, this is maybe winnable, and they throw it all at the play.
It's looking good today. He's having one hell of a day. But there is still more work to be done. This time around, looks like a pretty hard force on towards C coming in from Vitality. Making sure FUT are being left guessing. Smoke coming in from the Omen as well. Do they try and march their way through? Yes, they do. But Moj is first to strike.
Good opening kill, but watch Kiwi. He's taken all of A main control. And FUT have flanked previously. This turret will spot him out. That's super unfortunate. A really deep turret.
Real smart turret as well, just making sure that flank's covered off for them as well. We saw a good few of those back on the first map. So here at least learning from past mistakes and making sure they have got some cover against FUT and their aggression.
Sender with his position also heard Kiwi fall back sewers, then heard noise stop. So they can assume that that jet is posted up down sewers. Do they have a drone to re-clear? They do. So that's going to be what they use. But while this drone is going in just to force Kiwi off the angle, the rest of the team is still threatening over towards C, where there's still Killjoy utility aplenty for FUT they've got to get through.
Fallen so close there as well. Gets some a little bit of assist coming in from Moj. And in fact, it is Fallen swinging out again. Gets the second onto Molsey. Big garage control established.
Yeah, Fallen went all the way into spawn, but they heard him as Destrian, rather, not Fallen. And they're all swinging around him. Fallen secures the kill. No way the spike gets planted. Not with Kiwi down long.
I mean, There's time to get it down, but how long he can hold on to it really is going to become the next big question. Has no idea. And in comes the swing. Easy one tap coming out from Kiwi. Bone Cold goes down, and FUT still keeping things a little bit competitive, even if Vitality are in the lead.
Yeah, Vitality.
Got it.
I'm nervous for the second half at this rate. You know, they're declared the kings of Haven. Like, this is one of their go-to maps. This is
Sure.
Vitality territory. So far, FUT are putting on a pretty good show.
Yeah, and I think like what we saw from Vitality last week, they like just blasted on their attacking half, but they really just showed two main looks. It was the full C take from long, and then a lot of, you know, sewer play, getting one player down there, seeing what they wanted to do, and TL really couldn't stand up to it. So we're definitely seeing FUT counteract them a little bit, not overbiting on the fake attempts from Vitality. Multiple times now we've seen them, you know, go down A and it turns into a B hit oftentimes. So.
Oh, do they know? Yes, they do. Great read onto Krax as well, who really can't get away into this game. Sat on 1 kill so far, but it's Modge. He cannot be stopped today. Him and Falling are popping. Modge finds a 3. There's still one left inside the smoke. Pistol out for a bit of spray and finds the closing man. It's a 4K. He heard the rest of his teammates had a good time on Lotus, and he wanted it on that action.
Yeah, don't forget, he also had a fantastic time on Lotus. This man
5, man.
has been
9 rounds.
fantastic. Oh, man. I love the way FUT played that round, right? First from the player behind box inside Garage, knowing that the default C-take so far today from Vitality has been that travel to genre travel.
How many shooters can we mention in one broadcast for a given shooter? We seem to be doing pretty well with that
We can
today.
do like just about anything. We got freedom. Look at this, the TP up A short. Classic Vitality moves. Now, Mulsi has ultimate, so if they want to commit into A, you want to get Mulsi usually down into sewers and sort of hit that site at an angle. But something tells me
they're going to retreat him back off.
it's going to be more about clearing this. Bone Cold, very diligent with that drone, still able to take the fight. Who pushes like that?
I mean,
Not
that
just
was
instantly swinging it. Oh, man.
He teased him a little bit of a shoulder, but never really pushed for the full swing himself. Was just invited a free kill coming in from FUT. Very easily taken out in that round here as well. Here we go. This is where you see a bit of beautiful use coming out of the Thrasher as well, looking to make use of that suppress and get a detain, get in there, look for a couple of kills, but so far no aggressive push coming out.
Sad thing is that won't be really recoverable for Krax, so just a one-shot on that one. Maybe a world where he could have turned it around after seeing the Omen TP and put it in a much more retrievable position so that when this C hit went in, he could then grab it.
Timing. Looks away at just the wrong moment. Else a free kill was waiting there. Sender bringing one back. Isn't to Krax, as I've already mentioned, has struggled to get himself involved in this map. And again, just always looking away from angles at the exact wrong moment. And even with it in hand, cannot find what he's looking for. Kiwi looking for his first in the round, and finally it lines up. It's twisted into a second. Back to the days of COD 4 with that quick scope, and 2 more come out. FUT bring it even at 5 and 5, and surely the Vitality panic stations, them bells are starting to ring. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, what a clutch reposition there from Kiwi. Running all the way back pot with the operator.
That quick scope really took the years back.
Both of them, I mean, what? Look at that
look
one.
at that.
And like, the worst part is on the retake, or on the actual site take. So with the slow play from Vitality, FUT are just, in a similar fashion to Lotus, taking the individuals and showing up in a big way.
All right, well here, immediately Vitality has slowed down on towards A long, and they know that all the pressure's coming in. They've heard all the noise. They've seen the utility coming through, the ults coming out. And right now over towards C and B, no real presence or attention being given. So they know that A is the threat for now. But, as you said, Vitality take things so slow at points that it just become readable. And FUT are the ones who we saw back on that first half being able to go from 0 to 100 in the space of a second. Vitality haven't really shown that yet.
This double hold down A short, they don't want to allow Mulsi to get in position to rock the Rolling Thunder. You can throw it from over here and it'll actually hit much more short.
Great play.
But oh no. It actually hits both players, but the fact there's a third on site means Twistin can't hop up and over, can't get that real wrap around. And now it's all falling apart. Mulsi can't find absolutely anything. The rest of FUT are able to escape. How are they alive?
It's unbelievable they're walking away from this one in one piece as the backstab comes through as well. But they get the mow down. Down goes the Spike. It's a 2 versus 3.
One enemy remaining.
Oh dear. And it's going from bad to worse from Vitality in this round as well, even with the killjoy coming out.
Tuck in!
Mulsi just about gets away with that one,
left.
but with no Spike in hand. This looks to be the first time FUT are going to pull ahead on this map.
No!
Oh my. Oh my.
There's just no way.
Round before the switch.
But that wasn't Moj knowing he was there, for the record. That was literally him. It's the end of the round. I may as well hit my util. What on earth? Note to all you out there. Use your util at the end of the round. Sometimes it might give you a random kill. That's crazy.
Take them credits into the next.
I mean, what a great, like, the clock was ticking, right? I think it was down to about 40, 45 seconds when FUT decided to walk down sewers after they hadn't seen anything. It's understanding the timing windows when Vitality are going to hit your site. Then they can make a play like that and just shut everything down. Everything Vitality were trying to do, instantly canceled.
Oh, I was going to say, Sender had 1 all point to go to get his ultimate, but as he's gone for it, he's been baited in. Vitality, they played out so well in the follow-up to that play, mind you. A massive couple of kills out of that Bone Cold ultimate, and this looks to be the kind of play they were looking for. 2v3 for FUT, but Vitality looking for that 6-6 split.
It'll all come down to Fallen here. Can he kill Bone Cold? He's making some noise. Bone Cold is going to be ready, but Bone Cold still falls.
Man.
2-on-2. So what does this mean? Destrian and Mulsi trying to re-clear space towards CT.
They got the cross as well. If they can isolate a 2 versus 1 onto our captain, that's what they need. He's going to go looking. Captain! Captain, my captain! That's the closing play you want. Into a 7-5 for FUT. What a great end to the half for them. Vitality kicking themselves after their last couple of rounds.
The patience from Ada Captain.
The real one word that I summarized for FUT has been confidence. From start through to almost finish. There's still 6 more rounds for them to try and find and line up on the board. But truthfully, with the form they're in, do I dare cast a curse? I'll say it. It feels like they should be able to close this out in the second half.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Too late.
Brutal. I mean, the fact is, usually FUT would dodge away from the early info they got towards A, maybe expecting a rotation off, because they're just challenging it.
Wow. What?
Yep.
How'd Turret get that?
Turret got the last hit. Someone took him down real low, and then Turret was like, yeah, I'll finish the job.
Turret's like, thanks for the assists.
Yeah.
Not kill stolen, kill secured.
Oh, boy.
But here we come. This is what I mean. The pace, though. Look at where Vitality would dance around A long and A short for the longest time. FUT have just said, to hell with that. We're going in. Spike already down in the 5v2.
That is rough. Destrian, I mean, you have to be able to find fights from window here, but if FUT don't give it to him, Destrian's just going to be sitting up here for forever. There's nothing they can do. They don't have flash to get back on site. Don't give him a fight.
This is it. No need to peek. If they push it to you and you play for a 2v1 crossfire trade, you win out 2-0.
Yep.
You have 2 players left. Round is yours. Captain, though, feels at least 1 as Destrian steps forward. Ping down to 15. 1 more shot will be enough. Thought for a second it might be Turret picking that one up, but no, it's Modge the man himself. And FUT, with this round and potentially the next one, almost but guaranteed to be secured. 9 and 5 we're staring at, Ender.
You have to think. Placing alarm bot.
Dire times, if you're a Vitality fan, sadly.
This entry, the flash coming in. Kiwi was mid-fight, and then instantly his eyes get turned off. Brutal. And FUT. Big invest coming in from them.
Really want to double down on the position they found themselves in, right?
Very quick rotation over from Vitality. So they take the early information and are just instantly trying to stack up towards the site. It's the gambles you need to take on really tough buys. But still FUT are leaving their options over. 2 players over towards mid. I don't think this finishes in a C hit. Look where the spike is too.
They're just feeling it out. That's, I imagine, why you've got Modge sat back as well, just waiting to be able to pick up that spike when required.
I think they really were expecting a player to try and rotate through mid, maybe to wrap around into garage, popping outside of B.
Pace. This is going to be the thing now for FUT. This is what they've done so well, is bait loads of players over towards one side of the map, make it look like a hit was coming in there, as they've done with C, and then fast hit another site. They've left 3 over towards
shoulder.
C, and they have gone hard on towards A here. Now they've got the breach rotated over from B. There's a 2 versus 4 starting to stack up here with a great smoke coming in from the
Mulsi has concussed. Bone Cold finds his 2nd on the round. That's huge. Can he make it a 3rd? Not quite. Mulsi trades it out, though. Like you're saying, very doable. There are rifles on site that need to be recovered, but even I think on this flank, Sender isn't going to be able to get
2 of them. 2 are coming on the flank here as well. They could really isolate this out. Again, a 4v2. You isolate this down to 2 2v1s. This is yours for the taking. They find one on the flash as well. That is worst case scenario for Vitality, letting these fights be isolated. No way are they giving this up.
So tough now, so tough. There's that Vandal backside. They cannot
give it up. They cannot. They cannot. They cannot let this happen. That's a 2v4 being won by FUT.
So tough right there. I think FUT made the right call trying to push into attack side spawn. Down numbers, you have to go for a little bit more of a gamble. They find the opener. And the fact that the only rifle left down in lobby was a Spectre when the Vandal's the one playing backside. Like, you just can't win this fight as Sender. It's not something you can do.
No, that's such a killer as well.
I think they were just outmatched in that round,
I mean, they were on the bye as well. Let's not forget. We said that coming in. You know, great play again, just taking these separate 1v1s, picking off players wherever they could. Maybe 1v2 forming there somewhat for FUT, but kept themselves mobile, light on their feet. That made Vitality keep on asking questions, but still you look at it and think, you're stacking up into 2v1s, you're hoping for trades at the very least, but FUT deny everything away from them, and a big 3K from Addercaptain in the close.
Now FUT continuing to play rather slowly. Actually just the 2 rifles for them, so it's about trying to see if they can get Kiwi and Moj in a position to take these opening fights, see what they can do. And actually, Twisted stepping on out here. That turret just always going to be placed
MVP.
on attack.
MVP.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Finds one. Can find a second. Yes, he can, but the third as well. Didn't know about the one below. Doesn't really matter, as they've absolutely cleaned up here as well. A 2v3. And still, how on earth has Cracks brought it back up to this point? A 2v2.
Moj. Oh, the timing. Brutal right there. There's a flank coming in from MVP as well. I mean, the fact in a 1v2 that you yourself don't have to plant is absolutely massive. Cracks' push into Garage is going to come earlier than expected, but now they've been able to clear it out. Now they know.
They swing this at the same time. They've got to have an idea that he's sat on short. There's only one place he could possibly have moved away to without being seen, and they must know. Sure enough, they do. They swing at the same time. Bone Cold gets the kill. Vitality finally start to pull themselves back into things. Now Bone Cold as well going to have that ult online.
You know, I'm not quite sure what happened with the smoke situation from FUT. If Fallen smoked Garage window like really early in that play, because it's so rare that you try to split into the C site without a Garage window smoke. I assume he just couldn't have had a second one ready to go because he used the other one deep towards CT. That, I mean, if they're not losing 2 players in the back of the head there, that's a very different round for them.
A really good play towards the end. They keep things going at least for now. Moj 18-9. What a series. I mean, to be fair, it's not even just him. It's the same on the previous map. I think we came towards about 3/4 of the way through the game. We had 3 players sat on 15 kills plus. Just all really shining today.
If they get a good tag here and concuss, there could be a Hunter's Fury option. Yeah, here it comes. They're all concussed. Who's he going to be able to find on that? Tags 2, but can't land a kill.
Close, but no cigar.
I love the setup, though. The ideas with the utility. Now re-aggressing Bone Cold. Here they go, trying to catch him on the timing.
They get both as well. Kiwi's the one doing it. Great bit of util coming in to deny it away. But Malsey up close. He's going to find 2. He's going to shut everything down. Take all the bite out of that execute and keep Vitality going. Moj left at a 1v3.
They're on every single angle for Moj. He's had so many insane rounds before, but with utility just being thrown at him. Unrelenting. It all comes down to Bone Cold that round. I mean, the 3 players stacking on that site, knowing that they want to catch the breach with ultimate in hand, right? That's exactly what they want to do on that. And they don't quite make it work, but the fact there's a 3rd player there swinging around the corner at the exact right time, and even killing Kiwi, you just can't ask for anything better. No,
I mean, again, he took all the bite, all the venom out of that attack once you got rid of the 3 players that were actually executing onto site itself. Beautiful stuff from Malsey, who quiet leading into that point. Him and Cracks still struggling to really make themselves heard in the game yet.
Get out of my way.
Malsey, admittedly, tons of utility on the breach. Doesn't matter if you get kills or not.
Huge so impact, no doubt.
Here we go. Don't smoke us out, please. We need to see what's going on.
It's a good paranoia. No one to play off of it, but just theoretically trying to stall out time and take a fight down long. Destrian's position playing the high angle here. That's exactly what he wants to do, but actually the paranoia hits him. He's got to get out of dodge.
And they will have seen just the clip of that TP as well. They'll know that he's offside. They'll know that site is clear here. A good smoke like they've done now is all they need, and also to make sure the flank is covered, which right now, it's not looking to be. They swing out for the one. Cracks finds one, instantly traded back the other way. So Garage is still a threat at this point.
Such a tough spot to be in. Kiwi just a little bit slow to get that reflank going. The rest of the team just falling instantly. Hold on.
No, Destrian with the close as well.
I was like,
Vitality warming into the half.
He got tagged by a dart, man. Like, we got to turn around for that one. All right.
Absolutely.
Now with Twist and Operator online, everything, things starting to come together now for Vitality.
That's what you want. You didn't want to see him win out of this one and just get absolutely battered and bruised after those first 2 rounds of this half, but They're keeping things going. One more, and they draw things level up towards 9-9. I did joke earlier on about the whole overtime thing. Well, it feels like we could be getting towards it.
Yeah, one thing FUT are really going to have to look out for, the retake power of Killjoy plus Breach ult. Absolutely disgusting.
Ugh.
Impossible, really, to play on the site. And what you can actually do with that is, because a lot of players won't just instantly vacate the lockdown right off the rip, but if you time that Breach ult, you know, maybe 5-6 seconds before the lockdown connects, you could catch people trying to rotate out and just
Enemy
push
kill.
into them.
My ult's ready.
And that's 4 ults now online. I was going to say, they're so close to it. And on the other side, Marge is like 1 away from having his online too. They've got the ability to shut down a lot of this aggression that can come out of Vitality. But really, you're looking at Vitality and saying, with 4 online, this is yours for the March.
Yikes. Some of the worst players to lose. Your primary initiator, and then also Smokes, like, I would call the round, honestly. I mean, somehow they've actually just gotten onto A, right? Vitality are sort of giving them that one. This is not a good situation to be in.
At this point, I think you'll take those 300 credits as well. Just going to take a bit of time for a couple of players to come back in over here from Vitality. A 1-for-1 again, it always favors that team with a higher number count. 4v2 down to a 4 versus 1. Vitality get the hold on here unless Krax can really live up to his name and do some magic. He simply
the Goomba
cannot.
Stomp!
Goomba Stomp with the shorty.
Oh man, just squishes him right there like a bug. I love the shorty secondary coming online. And Vitality have tied things up again. Been a little while for them.
Last time was at that 5-5 when
Yeah.
it was FUT that were on the rampage.
Man, and if Twistin's putting himself in positions to find those opening kills, and especially against like the backliners too, like you catch smokes, you catch flashes. Oh boy, playing the round, not the easiest thing in the world.
All right, so some work still to be done, but it feels like this is a Vitality round. Once again, I mean, they're boiling into things here.
I like this though, moving back over to A, right? We just saw the Jet operator there, so oftentimes Jets will want to, be flying all around the map, switching things up. That's exactly what happened, so they can quickly take some space over towards A. They have a lockdown of their own if they want to bust into the site.
That's it. They've got 4 ults they can rotate across in these rounds, plus massive gunfire advantage. 4 Stingers on the other side. All they've really got to play with. Vitality will find one into a second as well. It's Krax and Kiwi already falling. They've marched their way through this site, and Modge might find one. That's all he's going to have. Vitality on a rampage themselves here.
Yeah. Half buy coming in for FUT, and surprisingly, the lockdown utilized very preemptively there. Well, Vitality were just mowing them down on site, so a bit unfortunate on that still. I don't ever hate using an ultimate just to guarantee a round to come on through.
Well, understandably, FUT won that tactical timeout because things have gone from bad to worse. But it does feel like FUT. They've got a full buy, they've had the tactical timeout as well. They've got 3 ults of their own online. If they're going to pull things back, it has to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, Vitality just march onto victory and we go to Icebox. These
These multi-flash comps, it's 3 if you count the Paranoia coming into, they're all about your entry, all about your dive character, your Jet trying to close space and play off of those abilities instantly. Vitality actually playing very deep, so Bone Cold can just dodge away from this Thrasher. Not too concerned about that. And you can see how they bring Thrasher back. Instead of going all the way into CT, they want to recover that ability.
Get it back on. 10-second cooldown, I believe it is.
15 on the ult.
15.
You should run.
10. Well, they find the one. That's what they want is the entry. You said they struggled with getting those. They found that crucial entry and got the Killjoy down. They really are investing quite a lot into getting this round over the line.
Just to buy time now. Vitality 4 players.
And
Mulsi has full util and the ultimate to clear this out. So it's very important. Captain has his concuss. When the breach util comes in, he has to throw that down towards CT here, so they can't play off it instantly.
They found one already, an Ender as well. An Ender Sender even. Never killed you, my friend. Kiwi starting things off though again. 5v3. FUT's still in full control. And that Thrash is back up once again here, looking for a couple more. They're knowing exactly where they're going to come from. Gets in there and gets to the takedown. They know what's coming. This one is done and dusted.
Oh man, just sawed his head right off there. Took him 3 tries. Got it done in the end. My word. That's the power though, right? If you don't bring Thrasher back, they win the round anyways, but that guarantees it for them. The power of that ability.
So overall, as you said, coming in, you've had your timeout, you've had your full buy, you've got the 3 ults online. They don't win that there is a serious problem. So I'm glad they have, and at the very least it gives them that bit of confidence to get things back and gunning. But again, you can't ignore Vitality have held on to all 4 ultimates. They didn't burn a single one. This is going to get scary.
Twistin's going to want to peek out of garage doors right here. We might see a kill very quickly, especially with the breach and the Omen. R just runs into a turret though, and that's going to stall everything out. But a fast B hit potentially on the cards. Mulsi has ultimate, so if they were to do that, that would be absolutely deadly.
And they seem to know what's coming as well. Well, it looks a bit FUT, at least backing out towards window here. May even choose to opt and rotate away out towards C. Long out towards A. Because I feel trying to push in through the center of this map right now, you're walking into a highly congested area where you can see 3, 4 players on the side of Vitality ready to contest.
Now, I'm expecting FUT to maybe try and re-hit Garage.
Oh, it's a late re-hit, yeah.
Well, because they're expecting now the Jet's left. No Jet plays Garage and then stays on the ground Garage like this. This is not something you do. It actually may be the B-hit, but again, Mulsi has the... Oh no, Mulsi dies! Mulsi can't die! You have Rolling Thunder!
He's still got 3 more as well. Out comes it from Bone Cold. He got a 2K with it last time, but here, I don't think he's going to find himself with the same look. It's a 5v2. A 5v2 now off the back of that 5v3, sorry. This looks to be all about wrapped up. Sender finds at least 1 back, but it's looking dire.
That was I think Adacaptain concussed C-Link off a comm from Kiwi. He's up in outer space and then comes down for the kill. Absolutely unreal. And now there's virtually no chance for Vitality in the round. Just util dump on util dump.
1 enemy remaining.
Kiwi's going on a walkabout through enemy spawn.
Scary thing is you haven't even really made him work for that round either. It's been a pretty straightforward march in by the most part for FUT. That timeout clearly doing a lot of work. The coach's words in their minds ringing out. And they've shown that actually this is perfectly doable. Vitality though, as you said, Rolling Thunder is online. Gotta bring it out here. Well, they're saying goodbye.
Well, that's the problem, right? So Vitality, they're playing Killjoy setup towards C, which isn't a problematic inherently. But then because Breach is usually your B float player, right? Because you want to be in range.
Rolling Thunder out too early. You burnt it. The right play.
Yeah. Try to twist in with the operator. Maybe you just embed him on that box, sort of right at the bottom left of our view of sewers. You can get him on that box. Because there's not actually a Sova on the opposite side, that's a super powerful position to hold. Because it's very hard to re-clear into that area.
Taking a little bit of the peak damage coming out there as well. Quite fancy himself to be the one to get that early kill. Can't shoot with a man like that, man. Come on. Everyone's sweetheart.
Yeah. Destrian got an ult out of this one.
Captain ult is, well, surely Multi's got to respond as well, but for now at least, no. They've given control of the site away. They're all inside a garage, and there it is. That's a good Rolling Thunder coming across. Catches out 2, 3 players, but a couple have swung out from long here who are completely unaffected.
What?
They find 1 back, but no! Destrian, you've got to be winning those, my friend. Add a captain into another, and it feels like Vitality's game plan has just crumbled around them until Twisted, for a second, looks to bring things back. Finds 2 before he gets taken down. Bone Cold, all that stands between FUT and a 12-10.
Maj is coming behind him, though. The clock is working against him. Mob straight in the back. Sends him to the grave. Oh, man. Fallen. So we saw both Omen ults try to escape from the breach ult, but Fallen cancels it. That's why he snapped back. I think there was a jet in front of his face. That's why he made the decision to pop on through. But the fact that he then wins the fight, like, what is that, man?
It's heartbreaking for Vitality because, again, 2 rounds ago we were sat here like there's 4 ults on side. You know, they've got full buy, they're looking fantastic. Sure, FUT just had their timeout, but outside of that, you were ahead in every sense of the word. Look now, completely gutted of any ults they had on side, and FUT still won the rounds.
And it doesn't matter if Twistin's taking this power position down sewers, if they just don't go into it. FUT have just got their number on C. Getting ready to split towards that area once again. The second the C long smoke falls, that's when their smoke pops up in window. No one's actually on the C site.
And they're marching the way through. Once again, it's been the same theme for a few of these last 4 rounds or so now, is that C site has been left completely bare. Long, completely uncontested. No flanks coming in. And for FUT, once again, this just feels like your ABCs.
Twistin could go for the long flank, though. He's got an operator. He's the least useful player on this. He's actually going garage. So it's everyone into garage. But FUT still very forward on site. They have so many angles they can peek into garage from.
It's Bone Cold that maybe was a problem, but Destrian gets 2. The spray transfer is beautiful. Collects 2. Adacaptain gets 1 back onto the other side. Kiwi into another. It's all falling apart for Vitality as FUT clean them up 2-0.